Hello everyone, welcome to Mechanical Sati. So this is the third lecture for project management. So we are discussing some MCQs for IPET, which is to be conducted this year for the first time. And under the project management, we'll be discussing today from this chapter, we can say, that is planning and scheduling charts and graphs. Okay, so around 12 to 13 questions we'll be discussing here. So already we have uploaded two videos on the project management. So if you have not watched those videos, then go to the playlist of MCQs for iPad, and from there you can find those videos. Otherwise, I will provide those links in the description box of this video also. So without wasting time, let us move forward and start our discussion for today. So this is the first question, which is asking about the why our bar chart is suitable. That is, bar chart is suitable for what? Okay, which type of work? Okay, so is it suitable for a large project or major work or minor work, or all of the above options? So basically it can be suitable for minor works. So in case of your large project or major works, bar charts cannot be the useful, because this was the ancient one. So basically for simplest case, we can use this bar chart. So the answer will be the option number C for this case. So if you'll be seeing the explanation somewhat, you can see it over here. So bar chart is suitable for minor work only, and a bar chart uses bars to show the comparisons between categories of data. Okay, so this is the simplest one, and wherever we'll be getting the simplest data, there only we can use this bar chart, and it is having a lot of demerit also. So that we are not going to discuss over here. So from this question we'll be saying only this one, that this can be suitable for minor work. So moving towards the next question, so let us see that. So it is telling bar chart is very popular because. So what is the reason behind this popularity for the bar chart? So option A is telling that it is very simple. B is telling that each activity is shown separately, and C is telling that modification is easy, and D is telling that all of the above options are correct. So as already I have told you that bar chart is a simpler one, so option A is the correct. Then if we will see option B, then it is telling that each activity is shown separately. So if we will see the bar chart, again all those activities are shown, those are shown separately. So B option can be also correct, and again this in this case we can modify easily. So option C is also correct. So we can tick over the option number D. So option number D, that is all of the all of the above options are correct for this question. So D option will be the correct for this question. Then question number 3, it is telling that bar chart is also known as what? So is it called a flow chart, or is it called a time chart, or is it called a travel chart or Gantt chart? So we can remember this one. So the other name of bar chart is the Gantt chart. So bar chart is otherwise also known as the Gantt chart. So there is another name which we will be discussing in this video itself. So for this question we can remember the other name of the bar chart is the Gantt chart. So here option number D again will be the correct answer. So option number D is the correct answer, which we can see it over here. So next question number 4. So let us read it. So here it is telling that a bar chart is drawn for whom? So option A is telling that time versus activity, or B is telling that activity versus resources, or is it used for resources versus progress, or is it drawn for progress versus time? So basically if we'll see the bar chart, then basically we are plotting the time and activity in the bar chart. So we can say bar chart is drawn time versus activity, drawn for time versus activity. So our answer is matching with option number A. So option A will be the correct for this question. So now moving towards next question, that is question number 5. So let us read it. A drawback of bar chart is that. So as I said you before that there are number of drawbacks. So let us choose which drawback it is given over here. So option A is telling that all activities are independent. So it is it is not a drawback. So let us see all other options. Like it is difficult to know whether activity is completed or not. So it is not in this case of bar chart. So it is not also a drawback. Let us read the option number C. The sequence of activity is not clearly defined. Okay, so we cannot define the situation of any activity in case of the bar chart. So it is one of the major drawback in case of your bar chart. So A, B are the wrong options. We can say option number C will be the correct for this one. So D will be also the wrong one. So for this question, option number C will be the correct answer. Okay, next question number 6. So the earliest method of the project planning was it CPM or POT or bar chart or milestone chart? So if we'll see, so bar chart is the simplest one and it was the earliest method. So option number C will be the correct answer again for this question. So CPM and POT, these are the most advanced techniques, advanced project planning methods. So these are mostly used actually. Already we have discussed some MCQs in previous videos. So in those videos we already have discussed about CPM and POT. CPM, as we know, this is the critical path method. Okay, and our POT is the program evaluation review technique. So critical path method, there will be finding the critical path, and in case of your POT will be there will be three times which we need to know. In case of your CPM, if we'll discuss something about that, then we can say the regular projects, that means the working duration which will be known to us, then only we can use the CPM technique. But if we will be going to conduct any new project, new work, then we have to use this POT technique. So if you have not watched the previous videos, then do watch them. So in those videos we have discussed it in very clearly, so do watch it. So moving towards next question, that is question number 7. Okay, so here answer will be the option number C, that is bar chart, which is the earliest method of the project planning. Okay, then question number 7, it is telling that actual performance of a task is known as what? So is it known as an event or an activity or a duration or none of these? Okay, so if we see the actual performance of a task, so basically if we see that actual performance, it is shown by an activity. So if you will see in case of your POT or CPM, if you have read that, then we are showing the activity by using the arrow lines, and those are the activities which will be taking some time, some duration. So these are the actual performance. So option B will be the correct answer for this question. Okay, so let us move towards the next, that is question number 8. So it is telling that an activity requires options are events or time and resources or only resources or energy. So obviously if we'll be considering any activity, it must require some time as well as some resources. Okay, so option number B will be the correct option for this question, that is question number 8 again. Okay, so I have written it with wrongly, so option number B will be the correct answer for this question. Okay, so any activity which will be considering that will be requiring both time and our resources. So now let us move towards the next question, that is question number 9. So Gantt chart, or we can say it is a bar chart, is used for what? Is it used for inventory control or material handling or production schedule or machine repair schedule? So basically we are using the Gantt chart or bar chart in case of your production schedule. Okay, so option number C will be the correct answer for this question. Okay, so now question number 10, which of the following may not be the stage to develop a bar chart? Okay, so which of the following may not be the stage to develop a bar chart? In which stage, okay, we cannot develop the bar chart? So in case of your breakdown or measurement or decide or assign. So if we'll see, we cannot develop a bar chart in case of your measurement actually. So in case of your measurement we cannot develop a bar chart, so option number B will be the correct answer. Again I think we have done the mistakes, so again here B option will be the correct one. So B is the correct one, that is measurement. Okay, so next moving towards next question, that is question number 11. So see, again there is another name for bar chart, so which I was discussing before. So bar chart is otherwise known as the Gantt chart. Again it is also known as your harmonogram. Okay, so option number B is the another name for bar chart or Gantt chart. So B is the correct answer for this one. So B option, that is harmonogram, will be the correct answer for this. Okay, so next question, that is question number 12. So which of the following is the main difference between run and control charts? So what is the difference between these two type of chart? One is your run chart and control chart. So option A is telling that run chart shows the progress of task. So it is not the difference. Run chart is the line diagram. No, it is not the one. Control chart is tool of inspection. Okay, no, but if we'll see, run chart doesn't have control limits. Okay, so it is the major difference. If we'll be seeing the control charts, so it is having the control limits, but if we'll be seeing the run chart, so it doesn't have the control limits. So D option will be the correct option or correct answer, which is making the difference between our run charts and control charts. So option number D will be the correct answer for this question number 12. Okay, so moving towards next question, that is question number 13. So which of the following is not true? So let us read all these statements, all these options actually. So run chart is a form of line chart, so it is true. Okay, so run chart is a form of line chart. Again, run charts are similar to control charts. Okay, similar we can say. Okay, then run charts can show the trends. Again, it is also true. So control limits are shown on run charts. So this is the wrong option we can say. I think this question is repeated again. So from the previous question already we have discussed. So control limits are shown in the control charts only. But in case of run charts, we cannot show the control limits. So option number D will be the wrong statement. So we can check this is as our answer. So option number D will be the correct answer for this question, that is question number 13. So for today this much we have to discuss. So with this we reached at the end of lecture for today. So again I will repeat that same thing as whatever I told you in the starting of this video. So already I have uploaded 2 videos in the project management MCQs, so which will be very beneficial for those students who are preparing for IPET, which is going to be conducted this year. So before going to write that exam, try to watch these 3 videos in the project management. Okay, so another thing, if you are new here, do subscribe our channel and press on the bell icon so that you will be getting all those notifications whenever we'll be uploading any new video in our channel. And if you like this video, then press on the like button which is given below, and do share it with your friends and in your any educational group in which you are present, so that some other students also can be benefited from this. So thank you for watching.